Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information about your Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content to stay up to date with everything Steelers. Well, let's get rolling. As the safeties is the new position battle at Steelers training camp to pay attention to, as we've talked about position battles before, mostly at running back and wide receiver too. Now on the defensive side of the ball, we got a little battle brewing after the addition of Chuck Clark over this past weekend. Him and Juan Thornhill will both have an opportunity to determine if they're gonna start this year. Wouldn't be surprised if Clark gets the nod early in the season just because he is a little older and like Tomlin, I feel like usually leans the veterans' way. But Juan Thornhill also a lot of experience in the league. Past couple years with the Browns struggled. Clark last year with the Jets struggled, and 2 years ago out with injury. So both of them kind of on the same career trajectory right now after a strong start to their career with their original team. For Thornhill, it was in with the Chiefs. With Clark, it was with the Ravens. Both of them really good there. Both of them in their second pit stop struggled, but looking to bounce back here with the Steelers. I really do think though Clark and Elliott can reform that connection at safety that they had in Baltimore. They were a fantastic group there, and I think they'll be able to put it together again for a different AFC North team in the Steelers. Minka also talked about being traded recently, saying how it was very unfortunate. It was, we all miss you already, Minka. But I do think Clark and Thornhill can combine for the same production that Minka was able to produce for the Steelers in the past couple of years. INT wise, they only need to get one to match Minka's total for the past 2 years. So Clark and Thornhill only need one interception this year to match turnover production from Minka. But it will really matter when it comes to big run game. When other teams' run game gets going against our front seven, can Clark or Thornhill come and fill the hole when needed? Clark, I definitely know can. Thornhill, a little more questionable about that. But as I said, wouldn't be surprised if Chuck Clark does end up winning this position battle in the secondary and takes home that free safety starting position to start the year. Let's move on, though, to the offensive side of the ball. With Will Howard, he continues to impress everyone in the building, it seems like, as now Rodgers comes out praising him once again. I mean, yesterday I talked about Will Howard and how he's been outperforming Mason Rudolph at training camp so far. That's always good to see out of a rookie. Probably can earn himself a backup role this year. Uh, Rodgers, though, praised him for his approach of the game and just the head he has on his shoulders right now. Will Howard seems to be a great leader. He seems to have everything put together for him coming out of college. I really do think he can earn that starting role after Rodgers. If we have just a fantastic season this year and we have a late first round draft pick, I don't see the Steelers giving up so much capital to be able to move up at that point. And then Will Howard, if he continues to impress all year long at taking the backup reps, I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers next year trot out Will and just give him a go at the starting quarterback position. Now, I know next year's draft class is QB heavy, so probably gonna end up getting a quarterback there. I'm just saying Will Howard continues to impress all the right people in the Steelers organization, and the chance is there. He says he's living his dream, and he can really take advantage of this situation. I think he ended up in the perfect situation for himself to where he doesn't have any pressure right now. He can learn from one of the great quarterbacks of all time in Aaron Rodgers for a year, and then he can give it his best shot next year to earn that starting role for the Steelers at quarterback and possibly for the future. Could be the next franchise guy, but he really has to put it together this year in that backup role. Um, Staying in the backfield, though, Caleb Johnson, another rookie. This one, though, probably gonna get a lot of reps this year. Caleb Johnson, just the physical gifts this guy has really sets him up for an opportunity to have that huge rookie year. The third rounder, honestly, has one of the best opportunities in the league right now to have an immediate impact for his team. I think the only clear weakness right now for Caleb Johnson's is in the pass game, his pass blocking, his catching, all of that stuff struggles with. But that's not what we're going to use him for. We're going to use him for the goal line. We're going to use him for short yardage downs. And hopefully we just use him as a power back sometimes in power situations. I think he's really, really got an opportunity here, guys, to go for maybe over like 800, 900 yards. Probably could approach 1,000 if he gets enough touches. The only issue with that is Jalen Warren is right now slated to be the starter, but I would love to see Caleb Johnson get more traditional RB reps than Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren can be out there for the pass plays, but I would love to see us just get Johnson out there as fast as possible. I really do think this guy could be the next great running back in this league. This offensive line, as long as it improves, this running game should be dynamic for the first time in years, and that is thanks to Caleb Johnson. Let's wrap today's show up, though. One a little bit more of a positive note, as we talked about tight end DJ Thomas Jones, the undrafted free agent who we thought went down with a torn Achilles over the weekend. Good news has came out that it's not a torn Achilles. It's not sure what lower extremity injury it is at this point, but it does seem like the positive news is he won't be gone for the year now. It isn't a torn Achilles, so we won't be missing him for the year. He will have an opportunity, hopefully, still to make the team as an undrafted free agent. It always sucks as an undrafted free agent when you get hurt in your first year because you're not gonna make the team. That's just the brutal reality of the NFL. If you're a UDFA and you get injured in training camp, more than likely you're not making the team. So I'm glad to hear for DJ Thomas Jones the opportunity will still hopefully be there for him to make a team in his first year in the NFL. Hopefully, he can make the Steelers. The tight end room is a deep room, but he also plays fullback, so there is a chance he can make it there. But that has been it from Steelers Latest. I've been your host, Cole Dennis, and I will see you tomorrow.